Much to my surprise, I am apparently on a whitelist for my digital code to work today for Destiny 2 instead of tomorrow, so I phoned it in for work today and have been playing the game as much as I can. Which is, itself, technically work. Rough life, I know. I will have much more in-depth impressions tomorrow, but I did want to briefly share what have been the highlights and lowlights of Bungie/Activision's new game so far. Obviously, a lot of this stuff will change in time, so these are very, very early impressions, and I'm trying to stay away from stuff we talked about in depth in the beta. Overall, even though I'm balancing these out with 5 good and bad things, I'm having a blast, but again, this is a lot to take in, so look for my thoughts to continue to evolve as time goes on. For now, here's what I love/hate: the Good Patrol Reborn. I can't get over how much I love the revamped patrol system, which integrates story missions, side missions, that are themselves actual mini-missions, not just go here, kill X, and cool exploration challenges like hidden pockets of enemies and treasure. I'm wondering if/how these will be replayable once you clear them all, but for now, I love it. A true villain. I've only seen a few scenes with Ghaul at this point, but that's the point. I have seen scenes with Ghaul. Destiny has been lacking a clear villain for almost its entire existence, short of Oryx, but now Ghaul is taking things to a new level as we're actually getting cutscenes that explore his motivation, and it's pretty neat actually. It feels nice to have a villain with an actual personality for a change, and this has been my favorite story component so far. An actual map, good lord, I love the map. I forgot how much I was annoyed by the lack of a map during vanilla launch, but you eventually just got used to it. But now? Having one? It's hard to know why this wasn't in the series from day one. It's a no-brainer. Distribution of story missions. I like how the game gives you a few story missions in each of the new zones before letting you jet to the next one. This is a far cry from the first game, which forced you to clear 6 to 7 missions on each planet before getting to the next one. Here, you're bouncing back and forth a lot more, and the ability to go from place to place without going back to orbit first is a dream. An early exotic. I won't talk too much about this, but no, you don't get an exotic the first mission like you do in the beta, but you do get your choice of one fairly early on in the game. Some people won't like this, but honestly, I think it's great. It's like in Diablo 3 at launch, where it was annoying to wait 60 hours before your first legendary drop. You want to be able to get cool gear and play around with it as you go. There are still a zillion exotics to find, so yes, I am glad to see the game giving a few out throughout the course of the game. The bad character creation cloning. I was pretty stunned to see what definitely feels like close to zero new hairstyles/faces/markings for the character creator. It is literally almost identical to the vanilla Destiny creator, which is an enormous disappointment. I get leaving in options to carry over characters from past games, but adding a pittance of new ones is terrible. You would think for a game where people get this attached to their guardians, more care would have gone into this. But that is sadly not the case. More mute than ever. I knew this going in, but it still really irks me that our Guardian has now been rendered 100% mute in Destiny 2. For all the other improvements in storytelling, it's a shame that our own character is essentially just voiced by Ghost for the duration of the game, and it's already created many awkward moments in cutscenes when it's so damn clear that we should be talking. I get this would have required a lot of additional voice work, but I hate mute protagonists in most games, and Destiny is no exception. Sparrow? I have been puzzled for a few hours now, thinking that I missed a mission that gives me my Sparrow, as I have yet to find one. But I'm told that the game withholds the Sparrow from you until after you beat the story campaign. Supposedly this is to encourage exploration or something, but in segments when you have to sprint down long corridors clearly meant for sparrows, or try to run to public events before they end, it's a chore. This seems like a known goal on Bungie's part. Bright engrams. I need to explore these further, But I'm told that Destiny 2 is launching with microtransaction engrams that contain stuff that is actually very useful in battle, like armor and weapon mods. And also they contain sparrows, for a chance to unlock that early. This seems like a big no-no, but I'm going to reserve saying more until we have a better picture of the context of these. Storytelling is almost what I want, but not quite. While there have been many improvements in Destiny's story, I still want more interact.